What's going on, guys? Krahu here, and today we will be talking about a personal subject, a subject which most of you guys know about, but there's a good majority, a good chunk of you that had no idea that this happened to me. So sit back, relax, enjoy my buddy's Zelgald War Pigeon gameplay. Thanks so much. It's a beast gameplay. Enjoy it. It's going to be a video that's just over 10 minutes. I think, because I could talk about it for a little bit longer, but I think that's a happy medium. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to click the like button. I would appreciate it very much. Leave your guys' comments if you struggle with something similar, or just want to contribute, or I don't know, are worried about anything, or maybe one of your family members or yourself just got diagnosed with this issue. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I will try to answer all of you, because that is a subject that I am a motherfucking expert in. So yeah, let's get it started. Let's go back in time. So in 2012, April of 2012, I've uploaded my video that actually, what the hell am I gonna use for a thumbnail for this video? Yikes. If it's something gross, my apologies, but I have to think about a thumbnail. Also, I'm sorry I'm going all over the place, but I want to just square a couple of things up. So I've started using my Elgato, so the quality might be better, worse, whatever. I'm still trying to figure things out with it. I'm going to try my best to have, this channel spotless, clean, much more professional. So just bear with me, guys, okay? Anyway, so back in 2012, April of 2012, I uploaded a Black Ops 1 video on Summit. And the video was titled, I'm going to put it in the description, you guys can watch it, I have cancer. Dun, 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 dun. And that's legitimately what it was. So let's go back even further in time and kind of wrap it up there. So in 2011, I started feeling a little bit off base. I started feeling very lightheaded and just weird in general. I played soccer, football all my life, so I was, athletic, I was always in shape and whatnot. But at the end of 2011, I kind of started to get a little chunky. Just nothing crazy, just like, okay, whatever. I thought, hey, I still had some time to grow. I don't know, maybe some shit happened, I don't know, but I started feeling kind of odd. And then I started to feel lightheaded, and I remember in one of my classes in college, I was sitting with my friend, and I thought to myself, dude, I'm about to puke, like, what is wrong? And I told him, I was like, dude, watch my stuff, I'm going to be right back. And I was not back. I was feeling lightheaded, I felt like I was going to puke, so I was like, that's it, gotta go to the doctor, gotta go check it out. And initially, at that point, I thought it was my lungs. Because honestly, I was young, so I was smoking cigarettes and whatnot. So I thought it was my lungs. I was like, holy shit, did I mess up my lungs? Because I also had shortness of breath. And it was not good. It was just, everything was kind of scary and foreign, because I started to feel in ways that I've never experienced. I was a happy dude. I was, just happy, not depressed or anxious about anything. And then all of a sudden, all these weird feelings started to come at the same time, so I got freaked out slightly. So I decided to go to the doctor, and he ordered x-rays, blood work, blah blah blah. Everything came back normal. He told me that my lungs look fine. He told me that my liver function was fine, everything was fine. And then when I was like, cool, I can go, alright, whatever, anything you're gonna prescribe me, maybe it's just a cold or whatnot. Maybe it's a sinus infection. He was like, no, you can go. And then, literally, I swear to God, the doctor, grabbed my hand and he was like, Jacob, actually, one more thing. And he put 2 fingers on my throat, to check for my thyroid. And he said, Jacob, your thyroid seems a little big. Let me order ultrasound, just to check around. I was like, thyroid? What the hell is that? Whatever. Okay, cool. So I went to get it checked, and what do they find? The thing that I completely didn't even take into considerations. They found 2 growths, so 2 tumors on my thyroid gland. One was 1.3 centimeters big, and the other one was just like starting. So I was like, alright, well, that's kind of goddamn scary. So I went to get a biopsy done. That was beginning of 2012. Actually, the biopsy was 2012 April. So that's when I got my results. I made that Black Ops 1 video. So they did a biopsy, which is fucked up. I don't wish that upon anybody. What they do is they take like a fine, very thin needle, and they stab you in the fucking neck and scrape the tumor tissue to see if it's cancerous or not. It's gross. It's like somebody's choking you from the inside. It's awful. So they did that. They couldn't give me results right away because they could if they put it under a microscope right in front of you, but it could not be determined. So I had to wait, which sucked. And then like a day or two later, I got the results. The lady called me and said, Jacob, and the receptionist just turned out to be Polish. It was just a coincidence. So she said that, yeah, Jacob, we found that it's a tumor. It's a cancerous tumor. Just process the information, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, kind of, all the lights turned off for myself. Like, it was just like a scary moment for a split second. And I was like, okay, thanks for the info. And then I was like, shit, how am I going to tell my family? That was the worst part. Then I told my family, everybody was kind of freaked out a little bit, but we will pull through it, blah, blah, blah. And we did. I had my surgery on June 1st, 2012 to remove the tumor, the thyroid in general. So I don't have that gland anymore. But what was scary is the post-op symptoms, and they sucked, guys. Weight fluctuation, just awful anxiety, depression, just a whole bunch of shit. I didn't need chemotherapy or anything like that. The tumor did not spread. I had what was called papillary thyroid cancer, so it's the most common type of cancer in the thyroid gland. And it was just, the post-operation, the recovery is awful, and I'm actually to this day, I am recovering because I do not have that gland that produces the hormone. I do have to take the pill, but it's nowhere near, the same level of fake hormone is not going to substitute the real thing, basically. But it's something I learned to live with. So I do have the occasional anxiety spin, or maybe when some things are overwhelming, my head starts to spin or whatnot. But I did learn to live with it. It's fine. It's going to be 5 years, which is crazy, this year, that I am cancer-free. Now, the scariest part was determining what type of cancer it was, whether it's nodular, follicular, anaplastic, which is a bitch, which I would probably die within a month, which is the rarest form of thyroid cancer, and the rarest in general, one of the rarest in general, or papillary. So when he told me, I was just like, oh my god, thank God, which is a weird reaction, but it's manageable. He did tell me, however, the doctor, that if I would come a year or two later, we would have a different discussion. So my scar on my neck, which I might take a pic and show you guys, it's it's a relatively big scar. It's maybe like 3 inches across, maybe like 2.5. But if the cancer would spread to my lymph nodes, which thank God it didn't, it would be much bigger. It would be that Joker smile scar all across my neck. So it's like somebody decapitated me and put my head back on. So that's it. So 5 years later, you guys ask me in the comments and in personal messages, how am I? How am I feeling? I am good. I am fine. There's still some stuff that I feel are not going to go back to normal. Like anxiety is still there. But I learned to manage, like weird spells of depression. I'm trying to rationalize everything to myself in my head, like I am in control. But sometimes, I'm just human. Sometimes it does get the better of me. I get sad for no reason at times. Or maybe not overreact, but like I feel like the world is coming down and I have to take just a little bit of, like a second to relax and breathe and assure myself that everything is going to be okay. That's the unfortunate side note. You lose an entire gland that's responsible for your metabolism, but I countered that with going to the gym. My girlfriend helps tremendously, my family, my friends, they're there. But sometimes it just takes over, and I just have to deal with it by myself. Sometimes I like to be by myself, just to clear my head, and so that I'm not gonna be an unintentional dick to anybody. You know what I mean? I don't want anybody to go through this. So I'm fine. 5 years on, I'm fine. I'm going to... Actually, recently I started going to the doctor just to make sure that everything is fine. So I'm going to keep you guys abreast of everything that's happening with that. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you, Zelgald, for the gameplay. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I was watching it, and he had some crazy kills. Anyway, this was Krahu. Be sure to click the like button. I will see you guys on my next video. Take care.